NotTwo. There's already no you.
Already NotTwo.com.
You can't deny that it's very often peaceful here. I don't mean I have the experience of peace, obviously. I mean, really, there is.
Yeah, I
whatever
know
happens,
what you mean.
it's just,
I think
you know what I mean, right?
it's like an okayness to everything without
yeah,
the
exactly.
okayness. Yeah,
exactly. This just, it's there's like, and so in that way, there is. Life is stunning in its ordinariness, and it's incredible, completely incredible, and it's in everything. But without there being a need for it to be anything, it's just this whatever.
it's amazing
No
that
idea.
what seems to apparently happen. That it's crazy sometimes. I find it to be. It's.
Yeah, you mean like what seems to happen? You mean is okay.
Yeah, nothing happens. Some speakers say nothing happens. So everything is just it's just
blah blah,
of course, but
blah blah.
Whatever words you are using. No matter what, even when that whole dream isn't no more, it seems real also. So it's not seeing. Yeah. So
exactly.
Yeah.
And it's not like there's a real difference. I mean, there is, but it just doesn't matter. You don't reason in those terms anymore. You don't reason, period. And it's just But then, I mean, I find it so amazing because, I mean, for example, it's just a memory here, but one of the big how can I say, one of the big questions, let's say, for me was, well, okay, is there or is there not a choice? And is that, it was like, because both seemed impossible, actually. After a while, both seemed just like, what are you talking about here? I mean, how can there not be a choice? But how can there? Blah blah blah. And it stayed so, and until it dawned that it just doesn't matter. It's whether there has been a choice or whether there isn't a choice has never changed how life is. And that was just now I get it. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. But
it's basically also half the discussion when some people talking about, well, is there a choice or isn't there a choice? Yeah. It's not that there is or isn't. There's no one who.
It's just irrelevant.
Who will have a choice?
The whole thing is just completely irrelevant. And so then, what seems to happen is what seems to happen. Well, duh, and it's not denying the life around. It's just all there is life around. It's just life is suddenly not a real thing anymore, or a real thing anymore only. If that makes sense. It's got two sides, which are not two sides anymore. They're just this. But I think as well that. Go ahead. Oh, I think it's so, like, even the so-called, there is no radical message, obviously, but the so-called radical message has been shared so much now that it's also losing its value is the wrong word, but you know what I mean? Value is the wrong word. It has no, but it's losing its. I don't know why it's losing. You know what I mean? I have no idea. Anyway, what I'm saying is,
I think for the seeker, it's hard to separate the when somebody's talking and using certain words, even though maybe it can be felt, but it's hard to separate this from that.
Yeah, exactly. But I think it's been so used that it's this also. I don't know. It's just it's thing is, okay, there is a certain sharing, certain this, certain blah blah blah, but the truth is, I can say, You can be, I don't know, just watching Netflix, and then suddenly like, wait a second, that was it all along. Boom, end of story.
NotTwo.
Going back to that suffering, what Yora talked about, there can be a lot of suffering in the dream, apparently, but there's no one who suffers. So, yeah.
It's wonderful.
Yeah.
Absolutely wonderful. Yeah, no, I know. It's just that alone, if it's heard by the seeker, end of story. That, what you just said, that alone, boom, that's it. But it's so, I guess, like you said, it's so often not heard, or so often not really heard, or blah blah blah. It's
it's like this is also just a story. Everyone is feeding that dream, and it's like that me is being reinforced, so to speak.
Yeah,
I don't know if maybe it doesn't make sense at all, but
no, but I know absolutely what you mean. But the thing is, me can't ever be defined because there is none. End of story again. It can't ever be. I mean, an energy, sure. I guess that somehow defines it quite well. But that is just merely a definition. It's what is that so-called even boundless energy and all that. I remember I used to try and, what do they mean boundless energy? You never get it. You never get you never know when it's over. That's a wonderful thing. You think you know when it's over. You will never know when it's over. It just is over when it is, and that's it. But
and yet
it never started already. It
seems to be a recognition by lack of
undeniably. A realization of nothing really, of no thing, or blah blah blah. But you see, those for me, those words kind of I find them quite boring, to be honest, because it's all just, I don't know. It can be expressed, and it's impossible for it not to be expressed, because it is the very expression itself. So whatever is, that's why I find it so wonderful. There's something that lights up talking about. I have no idea what we're talking about, but talking about that, I mean? And it's just, but it's also irrelevant.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's also just completely irrelevant.
Whatever story is being shared, it really doesn't matter. Yeah.
No.
And yet talking seems to happen.
NotTwo.
Did you go into spirituality, so to speak, before?
I didn't. I didn't spend too much time there, but although what it's called, the New Age spirituality, that kind of stuff. So looking for signs everywhere, and I don't know, and angels and psychics and all that crap. Oh God, yeah. I used to believe, like I used to believe. Like someone would say something which I didn't think that guy thought of. Like, ooh, well, tell me more. You know what I mean? Like, and I would genuinely believe that, and then, no. And there would always be like this massive disappointment, which would trigger suffering actually. But then, it's like you said earlier, but something goes back anyway. It wants more. That's not it. Now I'm going to understand something else. Now I'm going to experience something else. Blah blah blah. So I did spend time in spirituality, but not too long. I went to I did go to India to a so-called radical Zen master, and I went 3 times. God, actually. So that was and she had a. That song the rest of the month, and you had to listen again and again and again, and blah blah blah. And it really had, funny enough, a very radical side to it. It's like, but there was still something for you to do to get it, and of course to be enlightened. Obviously, So I did things like that. What I did a lot as well was, but it was before, but went to different therapists and also did different types of meditation and coaching and this and that, and read so many books, and the whole thing. It was my life was searching.
And going around in circles again and again without seeing it. It's that same circle. It's just
same
changing
circle.
Concepts for.
It's just exactly. Yeah. And it's like you can't see it. You can't see it. Period. I mean, that's it. You can't see it. Period. End of story. Again.
NotTwo.
You did stumble across non-duality on through YouTube, or?
Yeah, I did. I did. So back then I had myself made a kind of program actually to get it, and it had wonderful results. In a way, the funny thing is it did, but it was complete nonsense, obviously. but it's at that point that I don't know who was I heard first. It might have been Tony Parsons. I don't remember honestly. But one of the big guys. What you hear him saying?
He isn't that big, Max.
no, he's not. I don't know. I never met them. But
neither did I.
But it shook me. I guess it would be quite an appropriate turn of phrase. Like wait. No. Have I missed the whole thing? No. Obviously. And but it really left gradually, very, very gradually, with sometimes peaks of like, wow, but then something would come back a day, 3 days later, depending, but something, but it's just, I think it was one of the fantasies is just at some point it's hard, everything drops and that's it. But no, it didn't actually happen like that. It's just, there was no at some point. Mm-hmm. It's a bit like I said earlier, it's just at some point, there's no difference between, in importance anyway, between what seems to be known and what seems to be seeking, what seems to be not seeking, it's all what seems, Mm-hmm. And then I guess it's at that point that suddenly it's like, it actually doesn't matter anymore. And I was, there was a lot of despair, I would say. And always something popping up like, yeah, but this, no. Or yeah, but this, but no. But still something, and it lasted for I don't know how long. Until
there was no more.
Until I don't know what. Yeah. Simply.
NotTwo.
It's weird and crazy and very ordinary. But once you're bitten, once the message grabs hold of you.
Oh, it's too late. I think that's the beauty of that is once once you're bitten, it's too late. It's often what I say to people to the meetings in French. I'm like, it's like, but it's it's too late already. Like you're asking me questions. Yeah, well, it's too late then. That's because that's it. Huh? But yeah, I mean that's how magical it is to that very sharing expression or whatever is. I mean, at some point, it's so clear how it's shared that it just can't be missed. Mm-hmm. And that's always what I say. Always what I say. It just depends on the rule, whatever. But it's just they say, look, you think you're missing something, but you simply aren't. And that's heard right here, right there. You simply aren't. I'm like, no, you're not. And, but of course you're not. It's like something bugs. It's like something bugs in there. That very need fuel to understand something, to experience something, to get it. It just, you can see it bugs, and then that's the end of that, really. I guess I don't know, but yeah, blah blah blah.
Blah 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 blah.
Story, blah blah blah. Story.
Is blah blah blah? Is that in French or is it?
Yeah, well, I actually always say in French blah blah blah, and I say blue blue blue, which doesn't really exist, but it's just blah blah blah. Yeah. It's isn't that? I don't know if you say that in English actually, or in Dutch even. Blah blah blah.
Yeah, we use blah blah.
You see, yeah, right, okay.
There's already no you, NotTwo.
Bonjour, je parle de non-dualité. Non-dualité.
Très bien, très bien. Ik spreek. Oh wow, shit! I don't even know how to say that anymore. Ik spreek over non-dualiteit.
Ja.
Mag ik dat zeggen? Ja.
Ik praat over non-dualiteit, for example.
Ik praat over non-dualiteit.
Ja, of ik spreek. Ja. Of course, you're not doing the talking, so.
Obviously not. And there you go. You got to say that in Dutch. Ik praat niet.
you never did.
NotTwo.
Your email address is on your YouTube channel, or?
Yeah, it is. I can give that to you as well if you want to put it somewhere or wherever.
I can put it
sure, whatever.
Avec the description or something like that.
See, your French isn't that bad, man. Come on, it's quite good.
Yeah. Sure.
Oh, yeah.
But I will put it in the description of the video once it's
cool.
online.
Yeah. Well, email maybe the English channel, and if people want to contact me, I mean, if people want to talk or whatever, they can always. With pleasure. It's always a great pleasure to.
What's the name of your channel, by the way? Le nom?
Le nom. So in English, it's just Maxx with 2 X's and Verhamme, my name. And in French, it's the same, Maxx Verhamme, but then non-dualité, like you said earlier.
Oui, c'est ça.
Maxx Verhamme, non-dualité. C'est ça. And c'est ça. This is it. Very good. You see, you've got all the words already. There you go, Nico. You can start sharing in French as well. It's wonderful.
Sure. Yes.
Actually, why not? Yeah. Have you ever thought of doing that in Dutch, actually? Because I don't think there's many people doing it, that I know of anyway.
By the way, je n'existe pas. Is in a French number. There's a French number about that, right? French song, music song. Je n'existe pas, or something like that, no?
Et si tu n'existes pas, something like that. Yeah. It's an old, God, yeah. I don't know my classics, but I know what you're referring to. Yeah.
So that will be your tune for.
Oh God, man. Yeah.
I did start a talk about this. Seems to be in Dutch. But I'm very lazy at it. Seems to be also. Yeah.
Okay.
It was different. While the spiritual search was still there. I needed to convince people about it, how great it was, and they should practice, and the world should be better, or whatever, blah, blah, blah. I was there at the time, and there was the idea to have a website also, and then I was starting to write a text, and nothing came up. I really didn't know, I had no clue what to put on paper, so to speak, and then... yeah. And then after a while, when everything was lost, I started a YouTube channel and a website. Started first the website, I guess. Can't remember quite well. I think first the website. Yeah, where I write some short blogs, articles. And then once in a while, when somebody wrote an email, I did upload once in a few months something on YouTube. But, yeah. And then from a certain point, it was in English. I think someone invited me for a Zoom talk.
Okay.
In English, and then from then on, And in Dutch, I know. Do I know some? Yeah, I know. In Holland, Roosmarijn Roes talks about it.
Yeah. But I thought you spoke in English, or maybe I'm.
Oh yeah. It can be.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know.
She's living in Holland, so she's Dutch.
Right.
So I think for now that's the only radical non-duality speaker, so to speak. And in Belgium, I don't know if there is someone who is sharing this.
Yeah. Okay.
Never came.
Well, you may be the first.
Seems to be, yeah.
Come on, jingle! Yay!
Yeah, sure. Yeah, well, it's fun to talk about and sometimes make some videos, but it's really unpredictable. Also, I never know. Yeah, so I made one this week, but it's not like it's planned. Of course, when like with you, when we're talking, of course, planning seems to be happening. Otherwise, it's and
you there? Oh, you have the right thing. Yeah, I have the right thing. Wow.
Yeah, I was here for 3 days waiting. Yeah. By the way, we're still friends on Facebook. Seems to be.
Yeah, I know. That's wonderful. That was a funny one.
Yeah.
Like seriously. It's quite funny what you're saying, because like about planning and stuff, and it's all just ideas that like suddenly like they wouldn't be things. If everything's spontaneous, right? Then if there's no one, then everything's spontaneous. Then there's no planning. Then all those bullshit, crazy. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? It's just no. Or if there is no control, so there shouldn't be any. There's no control. Is at the end of the day, it's just nothing but a pointing. It is obviously the case, but no one knows that, and that's the thing. No one knows anything. Wonderful. Yeah. Anyway, blah blah.
Yeah. There's a saying in Dutch. They say in Dutch. How do they say it? A lot of blah blah, weinig boom boom, or something like that. It doesn't matter.
A lot of blah blah, and then went in boom boom. No.
Veel blah blah, weinig boom boom. It's the whole sentence.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Oh, right. Okay. A lot of a lot of blah blah and
yep.
No. Yeah. Boom boom. What does that refer to exactly? Just
to when you go to bed with the one you love.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, this will be the title of this video. Weinig blah blah. No, a lot of blah blah.
Lot of blah blah. Oh god. Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Cool.
All right.
Yeah. Sounds good.
You want to add something to this video, Max?
I'm good, man. It was really, really nice chatting to you. That's for sure. Thanks very much.
It was fun.
Thank you. What would there be to add anyway? But no. Thanks a lot. That was really cool.
There's already no you. Not two.